every time I pull up at the let out.
Hello, everybody, welcome to another great episode of The Let Out. I want to start by introducing my co-host Sylvia,
What's up?
my other co-host Alicia, my co-host Chris. That was nope, we're not doing that. This last show of the year, we're not doing it. I need come on, Alicia. No, we're not doing that. Come on, dog. Give me something better. I'm gonna introduce my co-host Alicia.
Give us what you giving that gum.
Facts.
See, what happened was the soda took an early New Year.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, I watched like the last three or four episodes. Them joints been dry as hell. No, we need spice. I'm gonna introduce my co-host Alicia.
Hey.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
But she gave us that.
Yeah, that was a good bit. That's a little bit better. Some fuck shit. And I'm at my co-host Chris.
Hey.
All right, me, Will, aka Bob B. All right, so of course this is the last show of 2020. And some people may say, thank God 2020 is over. We don't care if the last episode or the 30th episode. But we want to do a recap on many other topics and many of the things that happened in 2020. Give our last minute takes, some impromptus, and just let it flow. All right, so without further ado, I'll go ahead and let Sylvia come off the rip with some of those topics, and we can just roll with it. Let's go.
Okay, so I want to start off talking about the COVID 30. Y'all know what the COVID 30 is?
Okay.
It's the goddamn 30 ass pounds extra that me and a whole bunch of other people done gained.
Hey, put me on that list. Put me on that list.
This pandemic. I know. In recap, yeah. This time last year, I was not where I am now.
Right.
The end of 20, yeah. Thank you, COVID, for the fuck shit. Times two.
Everybody been eating good as hell around here. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hey, can we get the gym back? Well, shit, the gym's back open, but damn it, the last time I went, everybody was in that bitch with no mask on, so I wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah, the gyms be stinky though. I mean, I can't join the gym. It be stinky. It just be smelling like body, self, and just like.
Hey,
but
you gotta get it in because you know the New Year's resolution people gonna have their ass in there for the first
30 days. For the first 30, yeah, and then it's over. First 30, then it's over. It's over.
So catch me in February, March, and I got something for you because I ain't messing with them this early.
Yeah, it's all here. All here. All here. Look, fat.
Oh, you stupid. What's next?
So let's also talk about one of Alicia's hot topics, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
All lives matter.
You said what?
All lives matter.
Right.
Black Lives Matter.
So, give your take on that.
I'm gonna say that this year I feel like I don't want to say that anybody's death was on purpose, but nobody's death was in vain this year. I think COVID made everybody sit still. Mm-hmm. And in a moment where we were all distressed, going through a lot, people were able to actually sit down and pay attention and see that there's a lot going on with Black people. There's a lot of things systemically still in position right now that still are presenting issues for Blacks, minorities. And they were actually able to see with George Floyd and watching that 8-minute video of a police officer with his knee on his neck and going ahead and blocking his ability to breathe. That actually allowed people to see that, who did not think racism existed, that it still is a thing. It's still ongoing for us. And there was a lot more support outside of just the Black community. So I feel like this year, Black Lives Matter, although some people still, Chris, feel like all lives matter. So we were able to really go ahead and to put that issue on the map.
Hey, y'all know I'm just bullshitting.
Oh, but I got a question for you because
y'all know I understand.
Yeah, we know. A question for you on the part because you said that some people believe that racism didn't exist, and I know we heard that a lot. So, in your honest opinion, as we talk about Black Lives Matter and it coming to the forefront and really being a focal point in 2020, do you believe that honestly there were realistic minded people or just people that really thought that racism did not exist, period?
Yes.
I,
I don't
When
know.
it's not something that you when it's
I
not
want to
something that
answer
you
this
have to
time.
deal with on a when it's not something that you have to deal with on a daily basis, it's not a topic in your household because it does not impact you and affect you.
Right.
I know even moving here, there were some people who had never even interacted with Black people. So I think that one is maybe did not know it exists because I'm not in tune with anybody that's outside of my race and outside of my household. And then two, I think they simply just didn't give a damn whether it did or it didn't.
I
So
think more of that though. That's for me. But I think more of a, it exists. You may not have seen it up close firsthand. You may not have had like a friend to deal with it, but there's no way that you don't know that it exists though.
I
Like,
think for some that there is because some even hold on to and it sounds pitiful to say, but you got Barack Obama, you had him as president, you got Black people now that actually are wealthy, not just rich but wealthy. So
right.
I think that some feel like those who aren't in that position, it's just because you didn't work hard enough. But seeing those people in those positions are proof to them that it can happen for us and nobody is holding us back. They just went ahead and made the best out of their circumstances.
Okay, we'll go in 21 talking about that. All right, Sylvia, what's the next? Anybody else got anything else they want to chime in on that? Before Sylvia, you got something you want to
Hey,
chime in
just
on?
The
my
Black
last little
lives still matter.
piece on that. My
Absolutely.
last little piece on that is I say that it's like shit. We don't know the hardships of a farmer in Idaho. That's what I think how most people think about race. That shit is just out of sight, out of mind. When a drought rolls around, we ain't thinking about that shit as far as like farmers go and whatever other little shit, just to kind of put a perspective on how I think a
Right.
lot of people, it's just really out of sight, out of mind. If it don't affect me, I don't see it.
Right.
Maybe it affects me somewhere along the line. Like maybe shit's gonna be more expensive in the grocery store or not readily available or whatever. There may be a small consequence that they just don't see. And I say that's I think how a lot I want to go with the mindset of I think people are inherently have good intentions. I say that.
Well,
Okay.
that back to what Alicia was saying at the beginning when she was talking about it, when she said that the pandemic by us being shut down and people can't move about their lives like they normally do, they were forced to see what we've been saying all along. So now it's bringing it to the forefront versus out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, all
I
nigga
think
had
it's
was TV.
I think it's
All nigga had
also
was
a
TV for the first
combination.
6 months.
Yeah, that too. I think it's also a combination of the newer generation wanting to get away from the stigma or that thing that came with their ancestors, parents, and things like that. I think some of that played a part as well because once they saw it, it was like, we actually have Black friends. We actually know Black people in our school. We hang around Black people. We listen to their culture a lot more. So I feel like I'm in tuned. And so I think part of that played, that played a part in some of the change as well in how people view racism. That's just my take on it. But okay, what's the next?
So what I want to ask now,
yeah.
how many, what do they call it? What was her name?
Candace Owens.
No.
My boo.
No. But I mean, she probably fit right along in the category with the I think it was something Karen, the chick that
Karen?
was calling the police on.
Yeah, Karen.
Was her name Karen for real?
I think it's just fake Karen.
But we know it. But the whole Karen movement, there was a movement on that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. They was giving them like different names. I just don't remember what their names were. No one was named Karen. That was the one.
Yeah, Karen was the biggest one.
That was the first.
Yeah, that was the biggest
We
one.
had like barbecue Becky. It was just like just all kind of different ones. Depending on the incident, you had different ones.
Right.
It's the lack of minding your own damn business.
Period.
I don't think it's just that. I think it's just like
entitled.
Right. It's just like you're doing too much. Like again, fake Karen. That's probably like, you seem like you want to act like you care so much, but in reality, all you are is like either afraid, intimidated, or
racist.
You know what I mean? So It is what it is, man. So
Yeah.
what else? What we got?
Let's talk about some impactful celebrity deaths this year.
Okay, let's go.
And of course, it started with Kobe Bryant. Like I would never
Right.
forget. I was on my
First
way.
one, right?
Yes, I was on my way to Target, and you text us,
Right.
and was like, it was something to the effect like, no, man, Kobe, and I'm like,
Yo,
with the googling, like
that
I
shit
remember,
hurt.
yeah, that was a for real hurt.
That shit hurt.
It
That
ain't
shit
real.
hurt,
It wasn't
bro.
real. It wasn't real until somebody confirmed that.
But
What happened?
no, he was just saying, you know, when we had to confirm it, because it was like, nah, not this one.
Like it was
This
they
one
were
need to be wrong. Yeah.
he jumped the gun on that one, like for real. Like his wife didn't even know at the time, and they was already putting it out there. But that was almost like the prequel to what the hell 2020 gonna be, because it was full of shit after that.
My
Like
man came out like, all right, let's start out like my man walked in the door like Joe Clark.
may he rest peace. I was
Right.
like,
my
crazy.
man walked in that motherfucker like, yo. I'm gonna tell you how he walked in. It was like my man 2020 walked in like my man did when we was working, and the guy came in and told us that we had no job no more. Just unannounced, fool, surprising like a motherfucker. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, dog? No, for real. I got a few names, man. Let's roll through them. If I'll go after you get through with your names, because I know you got a few more.
Man, I got Nile Rivera. I don't know if you remember.
Okay.
She drowned on the boat.
Yes.
I have, of course, Chadwick Boseman.
Absolutely.
That was another one that hurt. That was
Absolutely.
Alex Trebek.
Right.
Hey, listen, we a lot of us grew up with Alex Trebek.
And didn't know not one ounce on Jeopardy. But go ahead.
No.
Not one.
You got who?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I have Natalie Desselle Reid, the chick from BAPS. I have Sean Connery, James Bond.
Yeah.
I have Little Richard.
Okay.
John Lewis.
Little Richard died this year?
Who?
Little Richard died this year?
That's what I saw.
Okay. It might have been. It might have been.
If I'm wrong, I'll stand corrected, but
no, it's fine.
I have Regis Philbin.
Oh yeah, Regis.
Man, y'all hit me with so many that I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We gotta get this.
Did I mention John Lewis?
You did. Mm-hmm.
Okay, John Lewis, and I have King Von, the rapper.
Yep.
And I have Ruth. Is it Ginsburg? I never knew how to say her last name.
Oh, the lady that did the yes. Okay.
The Supreme Court justice lady. Yeah. So I think that's all I came up with. Oh, I had one more person. Oh, I had two more people. Anthony Chisholm. He was an actor, Tony Award actor. He played on Chirac.
Oh yeah. Sure
and
did.
then I have this one. You might not remember. Hold on, let me make sure, because I don't want to say he's from the wrong. Go ahead with yours. I'll come back with mine if you don't mention him.
No problem. If I'm not mistaken, didn't John Singleton die this year, or was it last year?
Was it last year?
I feel like it was this year, but it could have been last year. Andre Harrell.
Who?
Andre Harrell.
Who?
Was that this year?
Mike Jones? Nigga, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
You still be, and Houdini, the guy from Houdini.
Yes, I forgot about him.
And then so those are the deaths. May everybody rest in peace. We will miss everybody that died in 2020. We just hope that 2021 does not start out with the bullshit 2020 started out with, so we can just because I don't know if we can deal with two of them back to back.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt, because I have a whole list of people that. Let me look, because I'm looking. You said farewell. You said all the celebrities we said farewell to in 2020. How do we miss Betty Wright?
The Golden Girl. Or the
I'm
other
with
singer.
you, Will.
Right.
Who is
It's
it?
Betty
Betty
Wright.
Wright.
Actually, Betty Wright. Not that I'll be honest with you, I thought you said it wrong. I was just, but oh, okay. Yeah, we've been damn, sure did miss Betty Wright.
She ain't dead, fool.
Yes, she is.
Betty White didn't die.
Betty Wright. The
She
singer.
Oh,
Woman, she woman to woman, right?
Is she woman to woman? I know she's Tonight is the Night, No Pain,
Tonight
No
is the night. See that one I know for sure. She damn sure that one. Bob, I need you. But no, she damn sure now I need some energy. She damn sure on that one. Okay. Okay. You sit back in that motherfucker like the light on in your car, just supply eye light. Just
Shut up.
what the fuck you like, babe? If I could just make it through these last 8 minutes.
Did y'all know Kenny Rogers died? I'm gonna get out this list though.
Kenny Rogers, yeah, we gotta get out the list. But I didn't know Kenny Rogers. I didn't know Kenny Rogers died.
On March 20th.
Because 2020, I'm gonna tell you, this is not the year to recap deaths, fool.
It keep going on and on.
We missed him because we was in the pandemic when folks were shut down. So
man, look, shit.
exactly. So many people died. Hell,
and I'm trying to tell you, bro.
We gonna miss somebody.
You're gonna miss a billion. Man, motherfuckers just dying. Like, what? Him too?
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Damn 2020.
But last but let's not forget I got Debo, man.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do Tiny. Gotta do Tiny Lister.
Yes.
Yeah. Told y'all.
Told y'all. He definitely had a contribution to the whole urban culture.
Me and my partner and them, we used to say told y'all all the time. Like on stupid shit. Like once he said it, like we remember. And to this day, you know, we use the same saying, like, you know, told y'all on certain stuff. It's just he added to our slang the way that, you know, every group has their slang in the way that they talk.
Right.
And he contributed that to our slang, and we use it to this day. As old as I is, we use it. So yeah, R.I.P. Tiny.
Right. So the other thing that we not discussed.
Hold on, I gotta put my plug back in.
Is the Breonna Taylor decision.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. Let's keep this one super brief. Breonna Taylor, let's talk about.
Y'all run through it then.
Go ahead. No,
y'all go ahead.
But can you let me know? I want your take on it. I want your take on it, but I want to keep it to, again, just basically, because we talked about what happened. So we can just brief what happened. Everybody knows what happened with the Breonna Taylor thing and all of the, you know, what really happened, and just kind of give our rundown and our take on it, on what we think about how it ended. We know what went on. We, you know what I'm saying, and we're still going through it because people are still fighting, throwing her picture out there. But what are our last takes for 2020 on how that played out? And I'll start with Chris.
For Breonna Taylor, I really just think that whole situation, of course, it's fucked up, and there's really just no other words to it. The reality of it is, it's going to be overshadowed if we haven't already started the overshadowing process. It's just more shit comes every day. It's a new police brutality death. What's the guy name in Georgia? Ahmaud Rashid. It seems like we're forgetting about we're forgetting about these people. There was George Floyd. There was, you know, I remember seeing a video of, you know, just all the police brutality. Like, they'll never get it. And that's just the reality. Like, they'll never really understand, like, why there's so much outrage about it. Especially in Breonna Taylor's situation, like, to be killed by the police when you think you're only defending your home, that's fuck shit.
Yeah.
That's fuck shit.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That is kind of, kind of too.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've said it before. The reality is the system ain't broken. It was designed to work, and it's working for who it was designed to work for. It ain't broke.
Period.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, Alicia, let's get it in.
I guess he pretty much said it. We still haven't received any justice, obviously, from her death. I think the only thing the charge was, wanton danger, because he shot in the wall. He actually missed her with an extra shot and shot in the wall. So no justice there. We still have a couple of police officers recently that were just fired. One of the ones was one of the cops who shot her, and then also it was another cop who helped to go ahead and to sign up on it being a bad warrant.
Right.
So I am glad that they did go ahead and in her state, they did away with a no-knock warrant. So hopefully no other family in that state will have to go ahead and to go through that experience in the death of a child because of a bad warrant. I don't know. It just still leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm glad that people are still keeping her name alive. Although Chris said like other deaths are still occurring, I still see her name and her picture continuously circulating because it impacted all of us so different.
Right.
Seeing her tweets and her plans and her desires for 2020 and what this year was going to look like for her. I think it all kind of resonated and touched everybody into really just taking a look at your life, because you never really know what tomorrow will bring. And it also ignited in some people the Black Lives Matter, and to go and to keep that fight starting and keep trying to get justice for her family and for other little boys and little girls that look like her too, so that nothing like this happens to them.
Right.
So I'm going to try to look at it on the bright side, but it's not a lot of bright points. It's still a lot of hurt, still a lot of anger behind it.
There's some bright points, but it's just
not a lot.
I don't think that they will ever. I think they pale in comparison to. For sure. The other
should be
parts. Here. Right. So
she
it's
should
like
be here.
The bright is like you said, because you said the bright actually I think in your initial statement is that though these things, nobody's death went in vain in that piece. So that itself was a plus. A bright side is that she didn't just die and then nobody said anything, nothing happened, no change came from it, no awareness, nothing. So at least we got something out the deal, as opposed to, Elijah McClain or, some of these other people that were killed and it just kind of withered away and nothing else was done about it. So that's what I'm saying. Like that, even though that's nothing can compare, but at the same time, we did get a little something out of that. Okay, so what else? What else, Sylvia? I got a few things as well, so I'm gonna let you go through your list.
Go ahead. Well, got one more thing, but I want you to go ahead and go, because I think it's maybe the last thing that I want to talk about real quick. So go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, let's try to fit it in. Give me a second. Let me go through. So I want to run through a few things and we can just kind of talk about them. One of the things was Will Smith and Jada got into an entanglement this year. So yeah, that happened in 2020. Yeah, and everybody came to find out that it actually was a word that kind of meant what she was in. I think they thought that she made the word up, but so yeah, they got into an entanglement.
Clifford Harris vocabulary.
Right.
That made heart and he couldn't take it.
Right. 6ix9ine proved that all snitches don't get stitches. We also got Bill and R. Kelly. Bill and R. Kelly. Everybody got out. Well, no, I said 6ix9ine got out, but Bill and R. Kelly didn't. They didn't snitch on shit. They got their ass, they still got their ass in there. Atlanta closed for 2 weeks, or while the house got sprayed. Then everything opened right back the fuck up.
Like it was nothing.
Right. What else happened in 2020? Trump lost in 2020.
Talk about that. I'm gonna call that election.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. What do we feel? Do we? I mean, I know everybody feelings on the election, but ultimately, how are we feeling about the new choice and and the presidency and the election and things like that. So I'll start with Alicia this time.
I got a comment for this one.
Oh, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm just this is just a comment. And there's never been a time in history that I'm aware of where we saw one president lose over and over and over and over again. This nigga, hey, even after he lost, he kept winning, and they kept announcing that he lost. Even after he lost, he was filing lawsuits and losing those again. Have you ever seen somebody lose the presidential race over and over and over again? He put that shit on himself.
Listen. I want to have that type of fight for my life. Do you hear me? When I'm down to my last breath, I want to fight like he fought for this election that he still ain't won.
Why
are you looking like that?
Nothing. Just what I like.
Well,
go ahead, my bad. Hey.
I'm just saying, I want that fight. Like, he ain't going out without a fight.
No,
like,
my man is Mike Tyson on the whole ear.
He like, baby, I got one more chance to American people. Get him 2,600. He ain't going out without a fight.
You know one thing I want to talk about? Damn Donald Trump. I want to talk about this. So the last minute, after Trump lost, the last minute of 2020, Tyrese informed us of his split.
Who?
And before I end this conversation, either before I end this conversation or sometime, because it looks like we got a little bit of time, but I want to say this right quick.
Split.
And I mean this shit. God damn it. I'm tired of people being together for 50 years and deciding it ain't working. That shit's old. I'm not saying no name. I'm talking about all these celebrities. I'm talking about anybody that decide they want to be together for 55 years and then decide that, oh, well, you know what? We need to go our separate ways because it's just not working. The fuck? You didn't know 15 of them years ago that this shit wasn't working? That's all I'm saying. We got to work harder. Huh?
Waste your time 2020, man.
I'm just saying, bro, like, okay, this is something I always wondered. I'm moving to the next topic, but something I've always wondered is once you get past the 10 to 15 year, timeline, hey man, work that shit out. Like if it ain't egregious,
wait a minute.
Work that shit the fuck out.
You threw me for a loop because I hadn't seen that. But I got something to say. Did he just throw her this extravagant birthday party? Was that this year or was that last year?
Nigga, they was just in
Was it last year?
I think it was last year, but he was just doing a thing with
they were looking
on. Who y'all referring to?
Tyrese.
One of them is Tyrese. I'm talking about in general, but we talking about Tyrese, these last minute ass, we ain't gonna make it.
Played him on his birthday, and he was. Wait a minute, you know what?
No, I'm just saying, bro. Nah, bro. No. What did you survive in 10 to 15 years that you can't survive now?
It was 2020. He couldn't get away like he wanted to. It was 2020.
No, like you who
in each other.
Name me somebody that you gonna get with that ain't gonna give you hell. You gonna keep on getting divorced. True. If like when you Tyrese, especially like you a star, whatever you going through with this person, it's gonna transfer to the next person and just may be.
It was
shit.
Let me tell you what he hit our ass with.
Here, man.
And she was just like, I can't do this no more. He was like, what more do you want
from me? Wow.
He threw that mental breakdown on her. She was like, you know what?
That's what I'm saying. A good question, though. He did ask a good question. And I know that this is going to probably fall upon deaf ears, Bob. But he was saying that when you grew up and you didn't have a two-parent household or you didn't see a successful marriage, a successful relationship, who is giving you the tools to take into your marriage, into a relationship, to go ahead and for it to see it be successful.
You
I mean,
work
there is some truth in that.
but you work it as, if you want it, you work it as you go. Because for me, let me answer that for you, how it worked for me. Me and my brother both did not grow up in a two-parent household. There was a successful marriage. No, none of that. So on the flip side, my husband did, but I knew what I wanted was the opposite of what I had. So let's do something different from what I grew up from to get what I want, because it's achievable.
I just don't think that's good in theory, but I don't think that works for a lot of people. I think a lot of us need individual therapy and counseling for ourselves before we even enter into any relationship with anybody.
You on that Iana shit right now. Fuck all that twos and have all that. But the thing is, I mean, at some point, I agree with what Sylvia said. You know what the hell you don't want, and you see what the people did to be in the situation that you don't want to be in. So do the opposite of that shit.
The problem is
we know that don't really work for a lot of people.
They're not gonna do it. You know why?
That's it.
You know why? I hate to say this because I said this in the beginning of 2020. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna keep saying it, and I said it in my book.
Say it.
Anomaly.
Plug.
Life through the lens of experiential. But I did say that the number one reason, it will continue being the number one reason, it will never fail me, is that somebody in the fucking relationship is selfish. Somebody don't want to fucking do the work. Somebody, if not both, but somebody in that damn relationship do not want to do the work. Now, I'm not saying that every relationship, but every relationship you get in, and then that goes back to the subject that we never talked about, that we will talk about in 2021, and that is, how can we be loyal to other things, but not loyal to the person at home? Motherfucker work at a job 20 years, job and did all kind of shit fucked up. And you stay with them because that's your job. Why not treat your damn household the same way? Why be loyal to a damn football team, but you can't be loyal to the person that you staying at home with? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why they losing every fucking week? You like, man, I just can't put up with it. You
touching on it too much. We need the whole 30 minutes for that next week.
I'm telling you, we'll do it next week. We'll talk about it next week because I really want to delve into how that works. Okay, so Sylvia, I know you got one more topic, but look like Zoom is giving up.
We talked about the election game.
Oh, okay. The other thing is the let out went from 500 views to 12.
Yes. Yay.
But no, you know, hey, 12 500, I love it. We're gonna work, we're gonna keep driving. Again, I'm loyal to this show. I don't care if we get one view. We're working, we're gonna work until it builds. I just had to throw it out there because it was funny. Zoom blew up in 2020. Nobody knew about Zoom. They blew the hell up. And after that, and at the end, they blew it at the beginning. And at the end, some motherfucker tried to blow up Nashville. So, you know, we got to talk about this dude. I also want to say rest in peace to the young girl. She was 7 years old that got shot in Atlanta at I think it was the Phipps Plaza. So rest in peace. My heart, my mind goes out to her parents, because that's the people that I kind of I empathize with. You know, it's just imagining, especially when you have a child, you imagine your child just being somewhere, you chilling, and some stupid, I don't even want to go into it, just shoots random for whatever beef, words, whatever, and kills this little girl. So RIP to her, and blessings go up to her family.
Let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
In light of the pandemic, the most successful person that came out of this pandemic for 2020, Jeff Bezos.
Facts.
Man,
191 billion.
Everybody online stopping their ass.
He's a beast. He's a beast. I gotta hop off in like 3 minutes because I got a date. So, but what else do we got on 2020? It's been a great year for some and not so great for the most of us. But we can say that we do look in we do look at blessings, right? We look at blessings a little bit different, you know, with something like this happening, because a lot of people, they are ingrates and they don't understand like how precious certain things like being able to breathe, you know, and having a job, regardless of what it is.
Boom. Hey, people started business, wrote a book.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It a lot of good came from it, and more. I mean, like I said, I don't ever want to downplay or overshadow people losing their lives, because I lost my grandmom to coronavirus this year. But I just see the bright side of it. Unfortunately, for some people who may not see as I do see some of the bright side. Some people really did find the value in this coronavirus, and hey, it is what it is. So we'll see what 2021 holds. I think it's going to be a great year. That's all I have on the 2021, and I'll leave it up to you guys.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, that's all.
And that's our recap.
Wow, you giving us
like no, I'm just I like that's. I mean, I'm here to give y'all the expression. That's it. I'm not no conversation. I got expression for your ass though.
It's been a long year, y'all.
Nah, yeah, shit. Damn shit. That motherfucker for the last 3-4 episodes. I was like, let's talk about that before I get off this thing, man. For the last 3-4 episodes, go back and look at Alicia. Just go back and look at Alicia before she speaks. Watch it. Is it? If we got a 34-minute episode for 29.9 of them motherfuckers.
That's my therapy has centered me.
Your therapy has
she took my man out.
Oh,
hey man, we need your man. That man got his own.
I'm glad you got therapy. I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, but you, baby, I need some of the old back. Like, hold on, pick up
that shit whacking some motherfucker. Hey, yeah. So that's it for me. I gotta go. You zoom.
I have my drink next time.
Okay, please. The next 10 times.
Sure will. I got you.
All right, appreciate it. All right. Anybody else have anything to say before we get off? They want to say to the audience?
No, that's it, man.
I would like for the audience to show up.
Did we start this in 2020?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've enjoyed y'all fools on this Zoom.
Yeah, that's what's up. 2021, I think it's gonna be a lot bigger though.
Yes. For 2020.
Really
and see, that's us. We started something in 2020.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
there you go. You're right.
That's real talk. That's real talk. So 2021, y'all look forward to a lot of great things. We got some stuff that we got planned. Should COVID decide to open the gates, and we're gonna get those things out on next year. The show is only gonna get better. I promise you. Follow us on IG at the let out underscore, and or either follow either one of us.
Underscore the let out.
Yes, underscore the let out underscore on IG.
You was confused.
Oh, my bad. I'm underscore the let out underscore. I'm sorry if I confuse anybody. Yeah, or you can follow any of us. I know my IG is what is my IG? Ion King on IG. Ion King 15 on IG, and a lot of times the links are in my bio for YouTube if you want to watch the videos there. So there you go.
All right, until next time, we'll see you.
All right, y'all, man. It's been a great one. 2021, here we come.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.